Tea at the Tree Dome. Wow, this episode rocks. The episode starts with SpongeBob jellyfishing, only to stumble upon a land squirrel fighting a clam. He attempts to save her, but she saves herself just before the clam eats SpongeBob. After the squirrel, named Sandy, saves SpongeBob, the two greet each other and start bonding. When he notices the air helmet she uses to help her breathe, he convinces her that he likes air too, too embarrassed to admit he does not know what air is. Afterwards, Sandy tells SpongeBob to come over to her tree dome for tea and cookies, and gives him a map of where her tree dome is. SpongeBob goes to Patrick to tell him about what he went through. When Patrick hears from SpongeBob that Sandy wears a hat full of air, he misinterprets this as a statement that she puts on airs, and that he needs to be fancy by putting his pinky out. The next day, SpongeBob arrives to Sandy's home, but when he goes inside, he realizes the tree dome is entirely filled with air. SpongeBob starts having trouble breathing and begins to dehydrate as a result, but will not admit this to Sandy. As Sandy is showing her house, SpongeBob attempts to use a bird bath to absorb water, only for the bird to angrily kick him out. Patrick reminds him to put his pinky out, and SpongeBob also brings flowers for Sandy. SpongeBob asks Sandy for water when she asks if he needs anything, but misinterprets this as needing a vase with water inside for the flowers. When Sandy leaves, SpongeBob desperately wants to get out of the tree dome, but before he gets out, he remembers Patrick's advice, when in doubt, pinky out, and remains in the tree dome despite being severely dehydrated. What a not listener. Sandy comes back with a water vase for the flowers, and attempts to start talking to SpongeBob again. When an oven timer inside her tree dome goes off, Sandy leaves again. SpongeBob starts wondering if he needs the water in the vase, repeatedly telling himself he does not need it, but eventually relents. SpongeBob drinks all the water in the vase and bolts for the door, only for Patrick to come inside and prevent him from leaving. Patrick says that everything will be fine, but as he walks and stays inside the tree dome, he starts choking due to the lack of water as well. The two attempt to get out, and when Sandy comes to them with some tea and cookies, she is shocked when she sees the two have dried up. Sandy quickly brings water helmets for them so they can survive in the tree dome and tells them if they needed water, then they should have asked for it. The trio happily drink some tea while the episode ends. The only thing I hate about this episode is when SpongeBob and Patrick got dehydrated and that's it. I think this episode is funny to watch. Do you know who likes this episode? Kai Turner. He thinks this episode is great and he puts "I need it" in the video description. And I don't know who hates this episode, so I'm just gonna leave it be. Tea at the Tree Dome rocks. And so does Help Wanted. I don't know what sucks. End of salute. Next salute, Netflix. After the Netflix salute, Sonic the Hedgehog. After the Sonic the Hedgehog salute, Sam and Cat. After the Sam and Cat salute, iCarly. After the iCarly salute, Red Panda Guy 2's VGCP. After the Red Panda Guy 2's VGCP salute, Ripped Pants, an episode from SpongeBob SquarePants.